Okay, let's take a look at evaluating a triple integral of 2x plus 3y plus z with respect to, well, the dv, but what that means is just you choose the order of integration. So I'm going to choose z inside, y middle, and x outside, which is usually what we do unless we have a reason for it, but we do not, because actually they tell us the limits. So this should be 0 to 1 for x, 0 to negative x plus 1, and then z would change from 1 to 2. Okay, so let's start first integrating the inside integral with respect to z. Now, when you integrate 2x with respect to z, think of it as a number. So integrating number means multiplying it by the variable with respect to which you are integrating. So this is going to be 2xz plus 3y is going to be a number again, same reason. So this is just going to become 3yz. And z, well, z is z to the power 1. So remember the power rule for integrals. We add 1 to the power. That becomes z squared. And then 1/2 goes in the front. Or if you want, you can divide by 2. It's the same thing. I just like to instead multiply by 1/2. So here we have to put z equals 1, z equals 2, because there are 3 variables, and you can certainly mess up here. So this is still dy dx. Okay, so let's see if we can fill out this step, because we've already done that step. Z squared, and then we're gonna move on to substituting the limits. Okay, so substitute for z, and always start with the top limit. So your top limit is 2, right? Z equals 2. So you substitute it here, here, and here. Okay, so that makes it a 2x multiplied by 2, that's 4x, plus 3y multiplied by 2, that's 6y, plus 1/2 times 2 squared. So that's 2. Okay, so that's what happens when you substitute 2, then minus, now substitute the bottom limit. So again, z equals 1 for a z. So this will be 2x plus 3y plus 1/2. Okay, and then we're still integrating dy dx. Now remember never to move on until you are done simplifying the integrand. Okay, and here you do simplify because, okay, so I want to get rid of all parentheses and combine like terms. So this minus would get distributed to all the terms. And so this will be negative 2x minus 3y minus 1/2. And then we still have dy dx here. So let's see if we have like terms, and we certainly do, because we can see 4x and minus 2x. So that will be 2x. Then we also have 6y minus 3y, so that will be plus 3y. And we have 2 minus 1/2, that's 3/2. Ooh, a lot of stuff. Okay, so let's see if we can get that out of the way here. So we've got 2x plus 3y plus 3/2. Okay, it looks like it's still thinking, possibly. Okay, now it's good. All right, now let's see if we can start with the middle integral. So again, the same thing happens. 2x with respect to y is a number, so we multiply it by the variable y. Plus, now 3y is not, 3 is a constant multiple, so we keep that, and then we add 1 to the power, and we divide by the same thing. In this case, I just multiply by 1/2. And then 3/2 again is handled as a number with respect to y, so you are multiplying it by the variable, which is y. Okay, now we substitute y equals 0, y equals negative x plus 1. Okay, let's start with the top. The good news is the bottom will just give you 0, so you do not have to worry about it. Let me actually over here just fill this out. Plus 3/2 y squared plus 3/2 y. Okay, now let's substitute. Okay, so we're substituting negative x plus 1 for y. And we're squaring it. okay, squared here, plus 3/2 negative x plus 1. Ooh, there's going to be a lot of terms. So let's see if we can combine some like terms, simplify. So first, let's distribute 2x to each term here. So that becomes negative 2x squared plus 2x. Now, what do we do with negative x plus 1? So hopefully you do know that negative x plus 1 is not the same thing as just negative x squared plus 1 squared. So if you don't know the formula for a plus b squared, fine, just FOIL, okay, which is what I'm going to do. So this is just negative x plus 1 multiplied another negative x plus 1. So let's do the FOIL first. So this is going to be first like this, right? That's going to be positive x squared. Then outer, so that's minus x. Then inner, that's another minus x. And finally, last, so that would be plus 1. Okay, the other ones, that's easier. That's 3/2 x with the negative, right? And then plus 3/2. Okay, what remains is distribute and combine like terms. It's a lot of computations. So here we have 3/2 x squared. Here I have actually negative 2x multiplied by 3/2. So 3/2 times negative 2x will give me negative 3x. And then plus 3/2, okay, minus 3/2 x plus 3/2. Now, if you think I'm enjoying it, I am not enjoying it actually at all. I would rather be at the beach, but I'm here with you, so you have to suffer with me. Okay, so we got negative 2x squared plus 3/2 x squared. So believe it or not, we're still simplifying. So negative 2 plus 3/2 is negative 1/2. Then I have also positive 2x minus 3x minus 3/2 x. Whew. Negative x, so negative 1 minus 3/2. That's negative 5/2, I think. You can, of course, use a calculator. 3/2 plus 3/2 is 6/2 or 3. Okay, let's test out and see if I got this or not, because if not, I'm gonna just, I don't know, be a Zumba teacher. Okay, so let's see. Whew, all right, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Maybe I'm not gonna quit just yet. Okay, so let's integrate. Oh, okay, we just have to integrate this. So negative 1/2 x squared becomes x cubed, and 1/3 goes on the front, minus 5/2. This is x to the power 1, so that's 1/2 x to the power 2 plus 3x. And now we substitute 0, 1, and we do not have to actually say for which variable because there is only one. So that's just negative 1/6 minus 5/4 plus 3. Finally, I can get that from Desmos. Let's see if you can compute that. They usually do not want fraction, do not want decimals, so we'll convert it to a fraction.